Stars has reinvented Electro Boots Charge Mass Dragons. Rather than starting with the Royal Champion, he starts with the Blimp and the King, and it is crazy. Stars has reinvented the strongest attack strategy in the game. So you can see here, coming in with 12 invis and 1 rage, like you do generally with the Royal Champion charge with the Electro Boots. But rather than starting with the Royal Champion, he starts with the Blimp with 3 Yetis on the top side, and then the King on the bottom with the Gauntlet and the Rage Vial. And look at what's happening here. A perfect funnel is being set, because the strength of this base here is, have a look at that Town Hall in the center. How you ever meant to reliably path a Royal Champion towards that Town Hall, because there's no defenses anywhere near? Well, the best way to do it is to set an elite funnel. Now, it is expensive doing this funnel. Obviously, it's going to cost him his siege machine and cost him one of his heroes. But what does it mean? It means the Royal Champion can get unreal value, because we've already got into the Town Hall and we've got 7 invis left. 7! So this is not the end of the Royal Champion charge here. The Royal Champion is going to continue taking down the base. So she hasn't just taken down the Town Hall, she's taken down the back end of the base, which means when it comes to the Mass Dragon part of this, yeah, we're not going to have a King, yeah, we're not going to have a Siege Machine, but do you really need it at that point? The Royal Champion has done absolutely everything. So he lets the Royal Champion go down here, because we don't really need to get rid of a ground bow or a ricochet cannon that she would have got stuck on. We'll save the invis spells for the rest of our troops. Really smart there. We use the invis spell on the dragons that aren't covered under the Eternal Tome, so that the monolith retargets onto the troops, wherein we then pop that Warden ability. Healing Tome's doing a great job of healing the dragons back up. Now, the weakness of using the Healing Tome is you don't have the Rage Gem, which means time is the biggest problem with this army, and that's why Stars started the dragons whilst the Royal Champion was still going. We use the Minion Prince on the back end, has taken a lot of damage, but doesn't really matter. And do you know what's the coolest thing about this attack? This might be one of the few attacks where I haven't seen the Archer Queen be used. Generally, the Warden and the Archer Queen is a staple in every army. Then the King, Minion Prince, and Royal Champion you can change all around. But here, Stars completely abandons the Queen, and why would you use the Queen? Didn't need it. The funnel was easy to set. The King did everything at the start, and that's 3 stars. If you enjoy seeing Stars content, you might be surprised to know that Blueprint COC is one of the best places to see lots of Stars content. Not only do once a month we showcase his Legends League base from the previous season, as you can see here, we also do some of his most OP Legends League attacks, but, and here is the best one of all of them, if you go into the live section of our YouTube channel, you'll see we very frequently, we try and do it once a month, sometimes we miss, but we stream Stars' live Legends League attacks. You'll see probably 40 attacks in an hour and a half, genuinely some of the best content you'll see. He very rarely fails, and it's nice to have you all in the chat together, enjoying his content with myself. Let's jump into another attack here, but rather than using the Blimp at the start, Stars is only going to use the King. But that's going to be enough of a funnel, because have a look, this base is kind of similar to the last one, wherein there is some dead zone around all the major targets on the base. In the last one, that was the Town Hall. On this one, it's that Rage Tower in the very center. That's the heart and soul of this base. But by using the King at the start, we can get so much more value with the Royal Champion. It just makes it more reliable. Keep in mind, in Legends League, yeah, people want to triple, but if you fail, it's not the end of the world. This, if Stars fails, it's a problem. Going up against Millicent MG here, I probably pronounced that wrong, MMG, and you know he wants to get that 3-star. One thing I liked about that King opener is he started the Royal Champion immediately, and if you notice what happened, the Royal Champion was tanked for by the King, so we didn't use our first invis till about 10 seconds in, which means we've still got 5 invis left here. We've still got 5 of them left. And what else I like about starting the attack like this, as we use a godly invis spell there for the Royal Champion to go for the Town Hall. Unfortunately, the invis goes off, but that's not the end of the world, because we're still able to keep the Royal Champion alive. But what I really like about it is that you can do Royal Champion charges that people aren't expecting. We get rid of the geared up cannon there, or geared up defense, whatever you want to call it. Don't get rid of the Town Hall, but we have activated that invis tower, which means could have blimped the Town Hall if we wanted, but obviously there is a risk with that because you don't have a rage spell. better to just go straight into said invis tower, pop the warden ability immediately. But yeah, people aren't necessarily expecting these royal champion charges on the base because they'd be really hard to do unless you have a funnel set. Dragons coming into the town hall, we get rid of the invis before it goes back off. So yes, the royal champion doesn't get rid of the town hall, but does the next best thing. And I mean, look at this. There is such little left on the base here. Now, this does end up getting a little bit close. Shows how difficult hard mode is. It really is quite difficult to get 3 stars. A lot of the top teams have been struggling both on the weekend that this attack happened and the weekend that we'll be releasing this video. Yeah, it's not easy to 3-star at the moment, but if you can set up your Royal Champion charge for excellence, then there's just no way the defenses can do enough damage. So stars, reinventing it, and I don't think this just applies to hard mode. Now, this would be tough to do in Legends League because you'd have to do a bit more thinking on the fly that is usual with this attack strategy. But still, there is no doubt in my mind you can make this work in Legends League. But what about if you don't have the Electro boots? What can you do? Well, look at this army here. Stars is not going to do a Royal Champion charge. We start off with a cloned Yeti bomb. So we get an extra 2 Yetis. So we've got 5 Yetis in there. They get rid of the Town Hall, the geared up defense, and also 1 multi-archer tower. Do we get rid of the second? Yes, another multi-archer tower. No way. Oh, the monolith just about went down. That would have been sick. That would have been sick. Now we use the king to deal with the CC. Fortunately, the king's taken quite a lot of damage really early on. You can see no electro boots on the royal champion here. Seeking shield and the rocket spear. Kind of the classic of what you used to do with this army, wherein you'd get damage from your royal champion on the outside of the base, so that once the dragons clear the court, the royal champion's got the rest of the base down pat for you. Anyways, really nice funnel set, but also high value defenses gotten rid of, and that was definitely safe. You could have done a blizzard there if you want, but a blizzard just so unsafe in this meta with giant bombs, particularly because they're all generally stacked together, where people think a royal champion charge is going to come in, and if you blimp anywhere near that, the super wizards are not going to survive. Warden ability should come in any second now. Healing Tome will heal dragons most of the way back up to full. We're also negating the Rage Tower defense in the center here. That monolith is still 1 HP. Can the skeletons finish it off? Yes, they can. That was a little mental. Really nice skeleton spell there. Waited until everything was tanked for before we did it. And now you can see the Royal Champion on the left-hand side taking down defenses on the back end. Obviously, this attack strategy is a bit harder because you don't have the Royal Champion clearing out the entire center of the base here. The dragons kind of have to do that on their own, but you can see the Fox is going to stay alive just enough here for the Royal Champion to go invis once more. Then we're going to use a freeze here because if we can, well, the Fox has gone down, but if we can keep the Royal Champion alive, we are going to get the 3-star, and there's not many air targeting defenses left. So Stars uses another freeze there on the Fire Spitter. Expo goes down. The Royal Champion does get rid of the Poison Tower here, and this was close, but keep in mind, all the attacks today were on hard mode against some of the best clans in the world. If you want to see more of the World Championship warm-up, go to the Clash of Clans YouTube page. They've been streaming all of that. Stars is insane. If you want to see more Stars content, this is the best channel to do so. Stars getting the win there for Na'Vi against Tribe Gaming.